Try as best I can, and if I'm good, if I'm really good, if I really know what I'm doing, we'll split that spinal cord right down the middle.
Alrighty, so right now I'm doing my 45-minute workout on the road. We stopped in Little Rock so my wife could see her best friend who lives in Little Rock. Quick little, it actually had, my wife had June at the same time that her friend had her daughter as well. So they're pretty close to the same age, I think maybe weeks apart. So a good opportunity for her to go ahead and stop on by and see a friend that she hasn't seen in a while. But I'm doing my outdoor workout on some hills, which I haven't had access to since moving to Texas, basically. Look at what I found. I found a doggone community garden right next to a lake. There ain't nothing growing, and it's anaerobic compost that's been sitting there forever, probably straight from the, mulch yard, but not bad. Pretty cool. Alrighty, so this is the next day of traveling, day 2 of traveling out to North Carolina. I'm in Nashville. Got some construction going on. Got my fanny pack, got my backpack, and yeah, I'm doing my 45-minute outdoor workout. So we should be to my parents' house by this evening, in which case I'll be able to do an indoor workout. So last night I was going to do 2 outdoor workouts, but the hotel that we stayed at apparently had a gym, or what they called the gym. It was a bunch of basically just cardio equipment. So I rode the bike and messed around on the elliptical for a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have much experience with the elliptical, and I don't know that it really does a whole lot either. So I did mostly the bike. It's annoying to, well, when you're by yourself, it seems a little bit more annoying to make the stop to do your outdoor workout. But since now I have Emily and the baby is gonna have to stop more frequently than me. Anyways, so it's just kind of convenient to go ahead and do my outdoor workout while she's either nursing or playing or whatever. So this right here is a good example of what all you can get done with the outdoor workout on your 75 hard. This is a mountain of firewood that might not look like it on camera, but it is taller than me. Yeah, and the nature is trying to reclaim it right now. I'm at my parents' house, by the way. But yeah, you can see this is a pile of firewood, and I got all of this chopped, stacked, piled up over here, all during the outdoor workouts from the very first 75 hard I think I did. So yeah, here's a good understanding of what's possible. Just 45 minutes a day.
We're going to show you a different, easier way of processing than trying to do everything while it's hanging.
And then these 2 lines will actually connect into that line in the future, but we're going to get these guts out first. So this is where a gut hook kind of comes in handy, is that to make sure you don't puncture any of the organs or anything like that. And if it's the only thing you use it for, then it stays sharp. If it's not, then it'll be a very frustrating tool for you.
Try as best I can, and if I'm good, if I'm really good, if I really know what I'm doing, we'll split that spinal cord right down the middle. You're going to be a little bit wonky on the tail, and you'll notice I'm working less because I'm using the whole saw. And also, if you're holding the animal, it's going to be your natural instinct to pull it apart as he's sawing. It's just going to pinch the blade. So just kind of try to keep it together and make sure it's not moving as much as possible. See, I'm using the whole saw. I mean, you'll be tempted to want to do this. Use as much of your saw, you work less. It takes a permaculture pimp dad to do this by hand. There we go. Now.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, buddy.
What you doing?
Getting video of you doing your knife thing.
You have a spotlight directly on it just through the leaves. Alrighty, so now I'm doing my outdoor workout, which is hiking up. Well, I know it doesn't look like a mountain right now, but it does get steep up here. Which is cool that I can do that in North Carolina. Can't typically do that in Texas. Now you might be wondering where my backpack is, and I intended on grabbing it, but Dad locked the truck on me at this festival. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm at the Homesteaders United Jamboree Festival. So, yep, at Cloud9 Blueberry Farm. So if you're in the area, come check out the Blueberry Farm, because it's pretty cool. I'm on the way back down now. I did reach the peak. But I love these old dry stack walls and stuff. Especially that one over there, that big one. Too bad they don't have any rocks in Texas, or at least where I live. Bunch of clay. Here's another one of those dry stack walls. Sorry, kind of hard to film while walking. That one's super old.
Understand, this is...
Hold on, it shouldn't smell bad despite the fact that there's an ecosystem worth of poop in here.
But it's no longer poop, it's been transformed.
Oh, also, freshly harvested plants are already at the perfect 50% ratio of water, or the 50% hydrated on water. So if you have freshly harvested plants, like we just did, fresh harvested, then you don't have to saturate it or soak it or anything like that. You want to make sure you break up any of the clumps, because that is just going to go anaerobic and it's going to be counterproductive to the aerobic environment that we're trying to create in the compost pot.
We'll do it in batches of 10, so how many carbon do I need in this first one? 6, right? How many nitrogen?
4 total, 3 and 1.
3 nitrogen, 1 nitrogen.
That's right. So we'll just, I mean, if it helps, put it off to the side, but I usually stack them up as I go, so I don't think, oh shoot, how many did I put in there? So, yeah, we're gonna drive on, man. We're farmers. Okay, so everybody says you can't put food in your compost pile or meat. We got legs, hooves. I should have made that into bone sauce, but
A hide.
a whole hide that's in there. As long as it's in that bucket, we're gonna roll with it.
No, you're fine.
So, and then as we go, we're gonna spread these out.
You want another nitrogen?
Yeah, you're one shy, right?
Yep.
We'll show you as it goes along. So just remember, this one, see how it's darker? The material's starting to change color? Yes, I didn't do, what we should have done is turn this before we made that pile. But I was excited, y'all, because the truth of it is, like I said, this is the most, of all the classes I've ever taught, this to me is the most important thing I've ever seen that I think that should be taught at a Homestead festival and has never been done before.
This can solve all of the problems on your garden, on your farm, on your homestead, because it all has to do with soil. If you can get this, then you can fix any problem. Like diseased animals, you can fix with this. Pest control, grasshoppers, all of that you can fix with just compost.
Check out the work of Masanobu Fukuoka. He wrote a book called One Straw Revolution. He was permaculture before permaculture was a word. He was a Japanese genius, and his book, it's one of my favorite books.
Alrighty, this is my outdoor workout for Saturday. The festival just ended a few hours ago. Just got back to my parents' house, and I'm doing my outdoor workout through the mountains. I don't know if you can tell how steep that is, but it's pretty doggone steep. But yeah, and it's also raining, but you still got to get your outdoor workout done. Also, the very last thing I want to do after doing a festival for the past 2 days, pretty intensive festival. So yeah, this should give you, this fence line going like at an angle should give you an idea of how steep this is. Now, one plant that keeps popping up out on this hike is spice bush, which is really good for, like, you know, it's a local pepper alternative. Like if you take these red berries, make sure it is spice bush before you eat it. But if you take these red berries and chew on it, and then you get a very peppery flavor. And apparently it's good for like curries and stuff like that. But it's like growing all over the southeast. So it should be pretty common wherever you are. And the berries are popping up right now. So we just got done with our hike, and Dad is over here showing me these apples at this university. This tree is full of apples right next to cedars, and there's absolutely no cedar rust on these apples. And none of the students are actually coming out here and harvesting apples. What do you think, Dad? Is it a good apple?
It's not bad, but they're walking right past them over there to go eat that slop out of that slop house. Meanwhile, look at this thing, man. It's so doggone packed. I'm gonna take every last one of them.
This one, and then is there another one?
Yeah, there's one right here. That one's really good. I'm just gonna have to get my picker to get it. And then it's the same tree out front over here on the other side of this old timey barn. And it's a good apple.
You live in here?
No, this is like a redone. It's one of those redone. They basically transplanted it here.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, me and William just got finished working out. This tree's loaded too, and nobody's out here getting them. They're walking past this good heritage apple, walking past it to go eat the slop out of that mess hall.
Wow. There you go. A little cameo from Dad. Where can they find you, Dad? Permapastures Farm or permapasturesfarm.com.